I was just trying to do a silly thumbnail for this video, and I thought, let's do the hand heart gesture. And I'm born 1991. This is the heart that I know. And I remember that Gen Z does the heart different. No, this? I mean, what? All the other fingers are in the way.
You know, I'm not a fan of monthly favorites. I do like to watch them though, which is weird, but I just know myself that I don't have monthly favorites. I do have quarterly favorites, sometimes I have half-year favorites, and we have mid-July, and I just gathered some favorites over the past months that I just want to mention here and that I just want to talk about. I have to admit, some of these are favorites that just came back to my collection that I want to mention, and some of these products are fairly new from the past 4 to 5 weeks, and some of them are just favorites that I rediscovered. They have been opened a while, and one favorite is here because I'm just unintentionally focusing on it. I just want to mention it here. In total, I have 8. Yes, I have 8. No, I'm missing one. Now it's 8. I have 8 favorites here that I just want to talk about that I have been enjoying over the past months and weeks. These are in no particular order. I just want to grab them. And the first one I want to cover is this boy. This is the Fembot highlighter from r.e.m. Beauty. I have a video with this where I applied all the the Fembot stuff. I have on Instagram in my stories raved about this. I have talked about this now so many times, and while I don't think you can really tell anything here from that swatch, it is just stunning. The Fembot shade is so ethereal, shifty, and beautiful. I would like to apply this outside and inside of my body. Everything is just pretty. I filmed this here on a Saturday, and just yesterday in my timeline actually, I was a bit late to start working because I had even an appointment before I had to start, so I didn't have the time to film or to do fancy looks, and I decided to do a easy 1 or 2 shadow look. What was that? And I ended up using Fembot. Fembot liquid eyeshadow together with the Fembot pressed eyeshadow, this as highlighter, and I was good to go. I love this. I actually love the whole Fembot line, but the highlighter is the product that got me the most. That just, I love it. And can someone confirm whether or not this is limited edition? Because if it is limited edition, I get a backup of this. Next up we have the Slayfire Cosmetics Glitterverse palettes. I don't know in what order these videos come, so it could be the case that you already saw me raving about these in my summer palette recommendations, but I just have to mention them again. You know that I am a big fan of Slayfire Cosmetics. Like, I am. It doesn't have anything to do with the palette, but I just want to mention these because I was thinking, since they launched, do I want to have them or do I not? And I at the end decided to get them, even though there are now shades that I have actually 3 times in my Slayfire Cosmetics collection, but I don't fucking care. These are 24 pan eyeshadow palettes in a mini format with still so much glitter that you will not be able to use them up. Or honestly, I see myself now using up 1 or 2 shades compared to the regular size, which is this motherfucker here. This is more doable for every day, and the selections that you get, so this is volume 1 here, is just insanely good. I mean, volume 3 has just less of these iridescents and more of colorful glitters. I am a big fan of these, and if you want to get them, I'm affiliated with Slayfire Cosmetics, and you can save 10% with my code ELLAKINKLEY. Highly recommend. If you order from Slayfire Cosmetics, please check out the description of each product, because these here, the glitter palettes, they are hand filled by order. So that means you order the palette, and it even says that the hand filling process or the whole procession in their little factory that Slayfire has, it takes sometimes, it can take up to 10 business days before they get shipped. So please read that description. I know that Slayfire just not too long ago posted this in the Instagram stories that people have been furious, and I remember that when I ordered mine, I think it says processing time between 2 and 10 business days, I think. And then I got my shipping confirmation after 5 days. Please keep that in mind. Slayfire Cosmetics is truly the definition of indie brand. It is a one-woman brand. She wrote, I think that she has 2 or 3 other people helping her around. So, but these are hand-filled. And it's filled with love and passion. And most importantly, with a lot of fun glitter. I just love them. You know that. I don't make a secret out of this. And I'm so honored that I'm affiliated with them. Next up that I want to mention is a comeback to my collection. And I said it that once my hair is black, I will bring back my Glossier Boy Brow. And I did. Here we have it. Glossier Boy Brow, now in black. I still have to work a little bit better with this because since this is black, this is of course much darker than the taupe shade that I used before. Sometimes it looks a little bit like applied mascara on my brow hairs. Since I do have blonde brows to begin with, I don't want to color them in. But I just love this. My current go-to routine is actually the ABH Brow Wiz in black. Granite is the shade name, but the black one. And then this. And that's it. Nothing else. I love the look. I got 3 boy brows in the set with the brow pencils. So once my ABH one is gone, I will try the black brow pencil from Glossier. I saw a video with this and honestly I do like the concept. So I'm very, very curious how these will work. So hopefully I didn't waste my money. But the boy brow, it's a favorite. It was one when I used a taupe shade, and it was a favorite that actually grew on me because in the beginning I was like, yeah, I don't think that I'm the targeted market for boy brow, but boy, girl, whatever. The combo of pencil and boy brow. And when I had my blonde hair and the taupey brows, the gray brows that I wore, only boy brow. Even this was a slay. Now, pencil and black boy brow, the quickest brows that I could do with my invisible brow hairs to begin with. Talking about another favorite that I just started reusing again because my primer, my MAC paint pot was empty, is the Smashbox Intensify. I love this so much that I have 4 backups of this now because I never ever in my life want to run out of this. I use this daily because it's just the best primer for your eyes. The thing is, I was very kindly informed by y'all that they changed the formula. I then did some digging deep and they already changed the formula from being silicone based to water based in 2022. And now it gets really weird. This one I didn't buy in 2022. I think I bought this 2023. Silver packaging. I then, in 2025, bought the 4 backups in 2 different shops. All come with the silver packaging. And I did some more research. The new one, the water-based, the one that is more a grippy primer than a silicone layer that you apply, has a white packaging. So I don't know if that reformulation never made it to the EU or to Germany in general, or if the shops are selling old products. And honestly, I don't care. As long as it smells fine, I'm good. I adore this. This is the best eyeshadow primer that I have ever tried. And usually I would say this about my Urban Decay Primer Potion. I do have one open at the moment. And I did some side-by-side wear tests and this holds up better. But silver packaging, not the white one. The people in the comments, they were telling me that the white one is not nearly as good as the silver one. So keep an eye out. If you spot the silver tube, that's the one that you should go for. Now I have actually a lip liner that I want to talk about, and whenever there's an occasion that I was able to use this, I did, and I will keep on doing this. The Isamaya lip liners. I have 3 shades. I have flat white. I have, what was the other one called? I have way too many lip liners. The other one is Olay. Beautiful, stunning. But the one that grabbed me, put his hands around my neck and just kept on squishing it until I was begging to release it, is Liberica. This lip liner is the definition of taupe. This is a taupe lip liner in my opinion. It is cool toned. There is a little bit of purple in there. This is lip contouring in a nutshell. This is how it should look like. And Liberica is my perfect cool toned contour lip liner. Although I don't contour the lips, but I just love this deep set looking border around the lips. And I just love to pair this with everything that I can find here. My favorite combo is actually pairing this one with something like the lavender lip butter. So we're talking about the grayish taupey lip line buffed into the lips, and then I top it off with a see-through purple iridescent shifting glitter bomb. That was a very specific description of a lip, but that's my favorite combo actually. I absolutely love this. I paired this with pink ones. I paired this with gray lip. I paired this with everything. Liberica is the it girl of lip liners, and I do have a new... Could this be an end of year favorite? I don't know, because this year I'm actually not planning to do a favorites in the lip category, because I spent all year filming these lip application videos, the shorts that I have, where I just show you every single lip product that I have applied on the lips. So I will not do a favorite lip in 2025, but I have a category of honorable mentions. So I think this is going to be in there. It's stunning. It's amazing. I love that. If you want to have just one Isamaya lip liner, go for Liberica. All right, what next? A face palette. Honestly, very weird, but I have been, since this came to my collection, the Shellwe Makeup Luperica face palette. I don't know what it is, but this has been my go-to powder contour in the past weeks. I haven't put this down. If I was not wearing a warm look where I then digged into a bronzer, I went with this. And this light shade here, I haven't used at all because I'm not into this, but depending on the eye look, I either use the lighter or the darker contour, sometimes even mix. Today, for example, I'm wearing the darker shade. I just love it. It is so effortless and easy to use, and I just wish that instead of the matte highlighting shade, this would have had a purple dead blush. That would then be the best face palette ever. I love this and I can just highly recommend it. If you want to get this, I am affiliated with Shellwe Makeup. My code there is also ELLAKINKLEY and it saves you 10%. But you can also get this actually on Look Healthy store and save even 12% with my code ELLAGRAM, or save 5% on See Beautiful, where this is also available with the code ELLAGRAM_makeup. So you see, all the options are open for you to get the Luperica face palette because it is that good. Let's stay with the cheek products, and I want to show you now a product where I bought this out of curiosity. I bought this because I thought, well, it's going to be funny and it's going to give me maybe some fun content and maybe it will give me some raging content. But now I'm sitting here having to admit that this has turned in all the times where I was not applying another blush on my cheeks to show you in a video. And I haven't even showed you this one here in the video because I wanted to save this as last or just as a special video. I lost the plot. The Dolce & Gabbana Violet Blush. This is pH activated bullshit. And that's why I bought this. I wanted to do a rage video on how bullshitty this is. And now I'm sitting here showing you this as one of my current favorites. This is a, as you can tell, purple blush. The texture of this is liquid jelly and the applicator is a silicone one. The one that you have a lot of times actually with different C Beauty glosses. This color that you see here on the applicator is what you will get on your face at the end. So let me show you this here on my hand. So it is actually invisible in the beginning. And now I take my blush brush and then it just starts to turn into a pinky color, if you can tell. I have to admit, this is definitely more purple than pink. And let me build up the color a little bit so that you can see this better here on my hand. But the pinkness here, it is like the perfect cool toned pink blush. Dolce & Gabbana, how dare you to do this? How dare you to bring out this blush and then it's even pH activated? I am beyond sick of the pH trend, but while I am also a little bit annoyed that this does not look like this because I would wear a blush like that, I love what I got here. It is, the formula is more like skin tinty, but because of the jelliness, it dries down to a very glowy finish, in my opinion. I don't think that this is completely dried down. It does dry down for the most part, and I would say 90% dry down, but you will be left with this blue-toned, nearly purple-pink blush with the most amazing glow and the most amazing flush on the skin. Have I raved enough about this? Probably not, but I should probably stop because I have 2 more products. And I don't know if you were able to see this, but even when I was talking, it was still developing. So there is something on this with the pH activating, but let me tell you, it's not your perfect pink. It will turn into the same pink on everybody, but your skin tone underneath, the temperature of the skin, your hue underneath, that will at the end manipulate how this see-through pink will look like. That is how color theory works. On me, as said, it turns into a beautiful blue-based lilac-y pink, and I absolutely adore this. And I just realized I have another Dolce & Gabbana makeup favorite here to mention, and that is even sad because it's nearly empty. This is the Bergamot Glow Primer. I bought this back when this launched, and I bought this together with the powder. That was shit. I still had this, I think, but I just recently threw it out. It is just really bad. This primer, as you can see here, is in this icy light blue, but when you apply this and work it in, it just diffuses and it's invisible at the end. The primer will give you a very, very subtle, moisturized, matte moisturized glow on your skin. I don't know if you can see, but it's not reflecting, although it says Bergamot Glow Primer. This leaves your skin with a base, with a smoothed out base that I didn't expect from this. So It's not like the Blur Jam, the glowish one, or the Huda Easy Blur Primer. I'm not talking about this type of smooth base, but it's like your skin just got a little bit of a smoothing filter on, and I really, really like this. Even in the summer days now with hitting 30 degrees, it holds on very, very well. I wore this to the pool, holds on very well. I wore this for workout, holds on fucking well. I really like this primer, and to be honest, I will be quite sad when the day has come that this is empty. And this just got here into the favorites because I was unintentionally, as I said, focusing on the product. I don't know why, but I just kept on grabbing always this primer, and then I decided, you know what, let's just focus on the primer and empty it. But I will be very sad once this is empty, and this, honest with you, is a potential repurchase, but I have a lot of primers open right now. It's stunning. It's very, very well lasting with makeup. I love how makeup applies on top. I love that it does not manipulate the look of makeup. You know, sometimes when you put a very glowy primer underneath, you of course will have a glowy foundation too. Even if it's a full coverage matte, the glowiness will still come through. This is, while this is called a glow enhancer, not really. It is a skin enhancer, and I really like that. And the last current favorite is no surprise. The Pat McGrath glass spray. You know what? Let me add more. Let me add it. I look insanely moist. I know that. I feel that. I don't have to look into the mirror. Oh, let's dry this down a bit so that you will have a more realistic representation of this. So my little hand fan here. Let's call this 50% set, maybe 60. I already did a review on this and showed you the demos. I have videos with that. It is just stunning. It is so, so good. I bought initially 2, so I had 1 as a backup from the Pat McGrath website, and I actually am waiting for the delivery from Sephora because I recently changed my Sephora Gold code. Here in Sephora Germany, we have a little bit of a different system to the US. You have different status, and I am a Gold customer, so I have the option to choose one brand for half a year always, that I will get 15% off of everything, depending or not depending on any other sales. So there will be 15% on top of every sale. There will be 15% always, even though it says not to. And I changed it to Pat McGrath to get the spray, because even if Pat McGrath has a 40% sale going on, you have to spend at least $200, which I'm not planning to in the next time. And this was with the last sale not included. So I bought 2 more backups. That's what I wanted to say of this, because this very, very quickly became my favorite setting spray. Someone was asking me if this is the most glowy spray that I ever tried, and absolutely. With all the glowy setting sprays that I have tried so far, this is the one that makes me look the moistest, but also has the best setting abilities, and I just love the look. Let me tell you, you have to be in the market for that glow. You have to be in the market for a sweaty look. If you don't like that, you will not like this. Although I have to admit, if you just spray a little bit and let it set down, it's not looking like this. But this is now my, I think, 3rd layer today. I love this. Highly recommend this if you are looking for this look. And that is actually it. Let me know your favorites right now down below. I'm really curious to check out what you have been loving in the past weeks and month, and then everybody else can read your comment, react to it, and maybe you find some other great finds in the comments, or you have people that just have the same favorites as you, or they have completely different favorites and you'd be like, oh my god, I hated the product. give me the tip on how to make this work. So let's exchange the passion here. Thank you as always so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out any of the other upcoming videos. And I see you very, very soon. And oh, I forgot to mention, because I just always forget, if you want to get some of these, all the links, codes if I have one, are down below. Thank you. See you soon.